Nathan, you are live.
Alrighty then. Good morning, everyone. Welcome Home Toronto. My name is Nathan Haswell, coming to you live from Vancouver, BC, and I'd like to start with a little something before we officially start at 11 your time. This is On a Clear Day. On a clear day, rise and look around you, and you'll see who you are. On a clear day, how it will astound you that the glow of your being outshines every star you feel part of, every mountain, sea, and shore. You can hear from far and near a world you've never heard before. And on that clear day, on that clear day, you can see forever and you feel part of every mountain, sea, and shore. You can hear from far and near a world you've never heard before. And on that clear day, on that clear day, you can see forever and ever and ever and evermore,
That was beautiful, Nathan. Thank you so much. I so appreciate the energy that you bring to our celebration of love, all the way from Vancouver, BC, early in the morning for you. So thank you for that. And good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Sunday celebration of love as I let more people in on Zoom here. And for those of you watching on YouTube, welcome and thank you so much for joining us. We come together on a Sunday to celebrate the power of love that is within each and every one of us, and to create space for that love, that vibration of love, and whatever else we desire to move through us as us. And so, Nathan, thank you for that. I'm going to invite you to lead us off in our opening song.
Okay, this is a bit of a barn burner, a little bit of a wake-up call. This one is one of mine, and it's called The Making of a Soul. Once you feel comfortable with the chorus, please sing with me. The making of a soul, the making of a soul. I'm busy with a soul. I've come as a magician, an ordinary man, to make a contribution and be part of the plan. There is no destination, the journey is the goal. I'm busy with the making of a soul. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Busy with the making of a soul. Part of me's an artist, part of me's a fool. I have no map to guide me, there is no book of rules. The only thing that's certain is joy will lead me home. I'm busy with the making of a soul. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Busy with the making of a soul. Sing with me. The making of a soul, the making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul. Lurking in my shadow are things I must reclaim. I call them out into the light and give each one a name. 'Cause everyone's a mirror that helps to make me whole. I'm busy with the making of a soul. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Busy with the making of a soul. The making of a soul, the making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul. I'm part of God unfolding, I trust and fully give. All that really matters is that while I live, my gifts are what is needed. The universe is home. I'm busy with the making of a soul. Whoa, whoa, busy with the making of a soul. The making of a soul, the making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul. The making of a soul, the making of a soul. I'm busy with the making of a soul.
That was so awesome. Yes, you woke people up, and it's like, yeah, let's all get busy here. Thank you so much, Nathan. So, our ritual, our rituals that affirm our cultural, historical, familial frameworks that we use to, give us a structure to help us conceptualize life and endow a sense of meaning and purpose into our life, and to really honor life itself, which is why we come together on a Sunday. We are here to honor that creative power of life itself. And, ritual also marks our entrances and exits to life. And so we get to really step into a place of, oh, where did we in New Thought come from? And where are we going? So this month, instead of honoring all the different religions that we normally do and we have done for so long, I decided, as I light my candle, and I light the light that is within us and all around us. Got a little smoke that's doing some energy clearing as I light this candle that is within us, with all around us, and is the expression of life itself, honoring the past. I am so excited that we are going to honor our new thought teachers from our history, where we came from, where we started. So I am starting with Thomas Troward. And Thomas Troward, of course, he's the most verbose. His one sentence is an entire paragraph, so hang in there with me, says, "My mind is a center of divine operation. The divine operation is always for expansion and fuller expression. And this means the production of something beyond what has gone before, something entirely new, not included in past experience. Therefore, since the divine cannot change its inherent nature, it must operate in the same manner within me, which means it operates within the same manner of you, and consequently in my own special world of which I am the center, not from a narcissistic perception. It will move forward. It will move forward to produce new conditions, always in advance of any that have gone before." And aren't we experiencing this in life right now? The advancement of new experiences, new perceptions, new ways to enhance our life that have never gone on before. And Charles Fillmore, who he and his wife Myrtle Fillmore started Unity, said, "It is the law of spirit that must be that which we would draw to us. For if we would draw to us love, we must be love, be loving and kind. If we would have peace and harmony in our environment, we must establish it within ourselves." And Emma Curtis Hopkins, known as the healer of healers, she was part of Christian Science and then branched off to do her own healing work, said, "The world will persist in exhibiting before you what you persist in affirming the world is." And Ralph Waldo Emerson, who was part of the Transcendental Movement, said, "Nothing can bring you peace but yourself. Nothing can bring you peace but the triumph of principles." And then Emmett Fox said, "You can have anything in life you really want, but you must be prepared to take the responsibilities that go with it. The universe is ready the moment you are." Ernest Holmes said, "There is one power in the universe, and we can all use it." And then Robert Browning said, "No matter what you may believe, there is an inmost center in all of us where truth abides in fullness." And I have a couple more that I brought in some present day new thought, religious science, metaphysicians that are transforming the world. And one is Terry Cole Whitaker, who is a Science of Mind minister. And she said, "Your body is a form of energy slowed down to assume the appearance of mass. And the mind directs the energy that determines the form." And then Eckhart Tolle, our modern day mystic, "Life will give you whatever experience is most helpful for the evolution of your consciousness. How do you know this is the experience you need? Because this is the experience you are having at the moment." And so I am so grateful to the history of New Thought, the teachers, the healers. This started out as a healing philosophy that our mind heals our body. And I think sometimes we kind of get away from that, or maybe I do, maybe you don't, but I think I do in my mind sometimes. And I want to come back and really concretize these teachings and how we can use them in our life to to better our lives. Because, as my husband and I were sitting around talking yesterday, he goes, I just want to know how to make my life better. I'm like, okay, honey, pay attention to what I say on a Sunday. No, I didn't say that, but I wanted to. But it's like, who's teaching? They teach us how. If we are willing to embody them, use them, and take action from them, and place faith in them, which I'm going to talk about later. So with that, I am going to bring our practitioner of the day, Lena DeSanto, in for our opening treatment. And again, treatment is a movement of thought in the mind of the one praying for a specific purpose or outcome. So Lena, come on in. Are you there, Lena?
Yes, I'm here. I was having good morning, everybody, and thank you, Helen. All right, let's all settle in, and I've selected a prayer for creativity. So if you're comfortable, just settle into your breath. Be here right now. As I speak these words, I speak them for each and every one of us if you resonate with what it is. And since God is all there is, this universal intelligence, this divine flowing energy, the only presence, the only power, the only mind. When I conceive a new idea, I am thinking directly from creativity of God, of divine energy. It's not my isolated, limited human potential or human personality that projects this new idea. I am merely the instrument through which this projection takes place. This divine flowing energy, as I like to call it, is the only creator. There is nothing else besides. It is both the inventor of a game and those who play it. It is the author and the actor, the song and the singer. And out of the limitless creativity of God, I accept the flow of new ideas. My whole consciousness is alive, awake, and aware to them. I am empowered with new ideas, and I shall, be witness to them according to the pattern contained within them. And today, I expect new ways of doing things. I expect everything in my experience to enlarge, to deepen, to broaden. I expect more good, more enthusiasm, more accomplishment than ever before. There now opens up before me a world of new ideas, new thoughts, new people, new situations. Today is a new beginning. The divine now makes this day expansive and expressive of creative source of all things. And for this, I say thank you. Such gratitude for speaking these words and knowing that as I've spoken these words as law, they are done. And together we say, and so it is.
And so it is. Beautiful, Lena. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, Nathan, would you like to lead us into our invocation song? And we can take those beautiful words that Lena spoke and let them settle into your physical being. Let them go from thought out here to thought inwards, right down into the heart as we hear this music, which just will support us in opening up to receiving.
Thank you, Helen. This is a chant of mine called Yes, I Can. And again, the words are very simple. So once you get comfortable with it, please sing along with me. Yes, I can be this. Yes, I can Yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do this easily, gratefully. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I can have this. Yes, I can have this easily, gracefully. Yes, I can have this. Yes, I can be this. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I can have this.
Mm. Just breathe that in, everyone. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Say that to yourself. Yes, I can. Mm. I'm going to bring Lena back. And Lena, how do you get to be the creative director of your life this month? And what do you
Oh,
want to create?
it's so interesting. It's come up so quick. It was just like, oh, okay. So, and what it's brought me back to is we just finished the book, The Big Magic, with Elizabeth Gilbert, which is all about creative living beyond fear. And it was a reminder of how ideas come and go. And it's what it led to is that, if I don't take action on that, it goes and somebody else takes action on it, and there it is. There's that idea where I'm like, oh, I had that idea. But the thing is, these ideas exist in the divine flowing energy in the universe. They're all there, and they come to us. And then it's like with Nathan's song, it's like, do I say yes, or do I just ignore it and let it go? And then it's like, well, why didn't I do that? Because I've learned that creativity isn't about the fact that I don't know how to draw. Creativity is about what is within me to take action on, to say yes to. That's my purpose. And so it's about listening. It's about asking questions. It's about remaining open and trusting that everything that I'm doing is what I'm being guided to do for my purpose as who I am, and not judging that that's, I should be doing something else. And, the example I see with this is, I left corporate. It's almost been 4 years, which is hard to believe. And my interior craving for creativity has always been, I want to be of service. And it's like, okay, guide me. Where do I need to be of service? And saying yes to that. And as I find I keep saying yes to that, it's like, okay, this is not exactly how I thought it would look. But in fact, it's exactly what I'm doing, is being of service to people in whichever way, shape, or form is required. And it's just, it is about knowing that I'm a human collaborator with the universe, and just saying, the idea comes, I say yes, or I let it go, to not judge when I let it go, because obviously, if I let it go, I didn't have a deep enough motive or desire to take action and get busy with it.
I love that, because it's also, when you say that, Lena, I didn't have a deep enough motivation to take action on it. It's taking responsibility for, no, I didn't. And not that that's good or bad or right or wrong, just that you didn't. And that was your choice, consciously or subconsciously.
Right.
And to let it go and not beat yourself up, because there are always more ideas.
Mm-hmm.
There's more opportunities. And I do know how of service you are on a day-to-day basis. We've talked about the phone calls and the way that you serve people who are scared or they're angry and frustrated, and how you bring yourself as a practitioner to those calls.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and my next call of action is to be of service now with the vaccines. And I'm like, wow, did I ever imagine that I'd be, guiding people and taking these calls? But there's no mistake. It's like, okay, this is where I'm needed next, and saying yes, and just doing, like, it's that calling within, and it's like, I couldn't have scripted this, but the fact is, it's my deep inner guidance of wanting to be of service in the highest and best way. And I keep saying, what's mine to do? Lead me, guide me. And as it flows through, I'd say, okay, yes, yes. Or no, it flows through because there's something greater, deeper that I'm saying yes to.
Brilliant. Brilliant. And thank you for sharing that, because it's such a great example of, we can have so much stuff going on in life, but when we go inside and go, okay, yeah, what am I saying yes to? And for you, it really is service. And how that unfolds, allow it, surrender into it, and say yes. Yes. Because it always leads to the next expression. And just as you're saying,
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like just letting the universe know that I'm available for the next thing. Right?
Love that. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that takes us right into the affirmation, which is so perfect.
Okay. All right. I'll say it once and then we can all say it together. I am the creative director of my life. And together, I am the creative director of my life. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much, Lena.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Beautiful words of wisdom this morning. Thank you. And I'm going to pass it over to Nathan for our feature song.
Got another barn burner.
Right.
This one's called Do That Thing. And it's about exactly what we've just been talking about. Just really listening and trusting the inner voice that is always connected to source, that always knows the highest and best expression of us. And again, if you want to sing along, please do. And if you want to dance along, do that too.
Watch for all the signs, Remedy, heard about it on TV. old scenes unraveling. Whatever feeds your soul, whatever makes you whole, whatever makes you sure, whatever makes you pure, whatever makes you sing, whatever makes you mean, whatever makes you sing, sing. Do that thing, get out of your head and just do it. Get out of your head and into your body, out of your head and just do it, yeah. Out of your head and into your body. We don't need to conform with every deed. We don't need what's new. What we need is to let ourselves be free. What we need is you. Celebrate that thing you do. Whatever feeds your soul, whatever makes you whole, whatever makes you sure, whatever makes you pure, whatever makes you feel, whatever makes you heal, whatever makes you sing, sing. Do that thing. Animate, energize, stimulate, go to it. Vitalize, activate, galvanize, just do it. Listen up for a minute, stop your hurrying. What you gonna get with all that worrying? So much to remember, so much to forget. It's gonna kill you if you aren't dead yet. So find a way to unwind, clear your mind. There'll never be a better place in time, because now is all we have and all there is. So just do it. Do that thing, woo, that thing that makes you sing. Whatever feeds your soul, whatever makes you whole, whatever makes you pure, whatever makes you sure, whatever makes you feel, whatever makes you heal, whatever makes you sing, sing. Do that thing. Do what you will, but harm none. Just got to remember that golden rule, which is do what you will, but harm none. And let kindness be your fuel. Whatever feeds your soul, whatever makes you whole, whatever makes you feel, whatever makes you heal, whatever makes you sure, whatever makes you pure, whatever makes you sing, sing. Do that thing.
You're on fire this morning, Nathan. At 8 a.m. your time. You're
It's the
awesome.
message.
Thank you.
It's your message, Helen.
Oh, well, I love this theme for this month, living the creative process, and our affirmation, you are the creative director of your life. I love knowing that I'm the creative director of my life. I love it. I'm a control freak. I want to be in control of my life. I want to direct it in a direction that I want it to go in. So this is awesome. This has worked so well for me. And I think it's one of the things about these teachings that really appealed to me, that I wasn't giving away my power to anyone else or anything else or an idea of something. It was me. It was me. I am it. And I get to choose. And yes, I am responsible for my choices. It's like, oh, this is so cool that I am in charge, no matter what. And so it's up to me to really be clear, first of all, about who I am, not what I learned, not my imprinting, who I truly am, this infinite, creative, intelligent, expansive, beautiful, abundant, wise being. And that, it's, I am with all these other creative directors in the world. Imagine that. I get to play. You get to play with all these other creative directors. Now, sometimes maybe you're not going to agree. Sometimes you're maybe going to go, no, not for me. But then you find, oh, there's this collaboration. There's this creative burst of energy that happens when you connect with somebody else. And it's like, oh my God, we get to create this together, which is so much fun. And it's one of the things I love about being in this community is that we are all these creative directors coming together in community to express who we are and create from that place. But here's the thing. Asking the question, why don't I have a partner? Why don't I have enough money? Why don't I have the freedom I desire? Why am I stuck in this? Why don't I have more freedom, peace or joy in my life? Do you realize that the moment you ask, why don't I have, is an indication that you are struggling in your mind. You are actually choosing the lack without even realizing it. So I want you this month to be really acutely aware of the words you are thinking and the words you are speaking to others. Pay attention to what you're putting out there, because if you are saying, why don't I have, that's exactly why you don't have it. Because subconsciously, you don't believe that you are going to have it. So can you be willing this month, like try it on, see if it works for you. Can you be willing to empty your mind of the maybes, the here's why it's not going to work, the worries, the fears around what might or might not happen as a result, and let it go. Let it go. And come back into, oh, what is it that I want to create? What is it that my heart desires? And it's interesting because yesterday I had a conversation with a lovely, lovely person who was deciding whether they were going to do something or not, be a part of something or not. And this person said, when I got right down to it, and I really listened to my heart, it's like, it's not for me. And that's the thing. Are you willing to say no to something that isn't really true for you because you think it might be better than nothing? As opposed to, no, this person said, oh, actually, what I really want to do is this. And I'm like, thank you for having the courage to say that. Because I think we all get into things that we say yes to, and we think, I'm going to say think, from our ego perspective, that it's going to give us something, make us be something that is not for us, but it's our ego directing us, as opposed to, what is it? What is it that my heart and soul are calling me to do? And are you, like Lena so beautifully said, and it was such a brilliant example, Lena. You decided, you knew you wanted to be of service, that is a calling for you to be of service. And we can't be attached to how that shows up, because whatever we're being called to, are you willing to say yes to the calling instead of looking out there going, yeah, but, and looking for all the reasons why it might not work, as opposed to just saying yes. And take a walk on the journey, because the journey is us being on the journey. It's not getting to a destination where we believe we have this idyllic, perfect life and we don't have any problems anymore and we don't have to figure anything out. No, it's like be on the journey, because this is for our soul's evolvement, not and in service to all of mankind, humankind, as opposed to what can I get from this? What we are feeling is always a vibrational interplay between who we really are and who we're being in this moment. And when you start to integrate, and that vibration is coming from your soul, you will attract in so much more than you ever imagined. If there is a vibrational discord, disharmony between your soul's calling and you saying yes to something that you think is going to feed your ego, you will not create in your life what you truly desire. You always are faced with that choice in each and every moment. Is this really attuned to my values, to who I am as this being of infinite creative energy? Or is it taking me off course? Ernest Holmes says, we cannot lead a choiceless life. Every day, every moment, every second, there is a choice. So are you paying attention to the choices that you are making? Can you be present? Can you listen? Can you be so embodied in the truth of who you are, with a certainty of knowing that you are this infinite creative power that is everywhere present, and that the soil of your mind receives? It's always receiving the seeds of your desires. Always. So be careful of the seeds you're planting. You know, it's funny because in the spirit breath classes, it's about we breathe, breathing. Breathing is the breath of life. Like I said in meditation, we are inspiring in spirit to take in life itself. And when we expire, it's to release what is no longer needed. And of course, on our final expire, our bodies are no longer needed and we transition to whatever it is we transition into. And in spirit breath, it's like being a billow. You know, a billow when you're getting the fire going and it's like that air is coming in and going out and coming in and going out. That's what we're doing in spirit breath, to expand into space, into discovering in the empty place of where we are, what's possible, what's next, and letting go of anything that doesn't serve us. Because when we are in that experience, creation will always unfold in harmony. So I invite you, even if you're not in spirit breath, to breathe, to practice your breath, going into the expansion and the suspension before the expiring of our breath, to know what else there is. You know, it's like when we're hyperventilating, we can never know. You know, like we're like, there's no space. There's actually not even breath getting in. It's the same old stale air from the same old stale thinking that just keeps cycling around and around and around. We want to stop, really take it all in, fill up, and be in that place of suspension. And then let go. And when we let go and we expire, we are surrendering into possibilities, as well as releasing what is no longer needed. And you know, we also come to this place of trusting that everything is in order. Everything is unfolding for that pointed evolution of me, of you. and recognizing that everything that comes to us is a result of our vibrational output, whether we know it or not. And you know, those moments of feeling so out of alignment, that malalignment, and it just spiraled into more malalignment and more malalignment. And I had one of those moments this week where I had an interaction with someone and it was like, ew, that actually came from a reaction, not who I am. And that didn't feel very good. So that was kind of hanging around inside me. And then all that feeling of like beating myself up and feeling a little bit of shame and guilt and, you know, and discourse, and disalignment started to feed more negative thinking. And then my mind would grab onto another negative thought and another negative thought. And it was like literally I went from here and I was spiraling downward and I'm going, what the heck is going on in my mind? I need to stop. I need to stop. Because it's not reality. It is not truth. It is not who I am. But we all have those moments of going back into our old patterned conditioned self. And it's like, ugh, okay, let me realign here. And I was like, okay, get still, get quiet, breathe, go back into the space where new things can happen, where I can start to breathe in and connect to my own spirit, in spirit, and allow my mind to go and move from the old negative programming that is in our survival brain and move forward into the front neocortex, into the third eye. Oh, open up to truth. Not your truth and my truth. 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 Love only. Forgive everything. Remember who I am. And so a belief is a thought that we keep thinking over and over, and then we end up proving we're right in our life. And so we want to enhance the belief of who we are. Coming back into that remembering, oh, I was born out of, I love this, you know, thank you, Rob Bell. We are all the Big Bang. It came from that spark, that very beginning of life itself, that was infinite possibility and creation. And to use the creative process for what we desire to arise for more goodness, more life expressing in the fullness of who we are. And Ernest Holmes says, prepare your mind for the very best life has to offer. How much are we preparing our mind expecting the worst? So think about that. Prepare your mind. This is when we do our spiritual practice. Meditation, affirmation, prayer, visioning, contemplation, being in nature, movement, drawing, writing, journaling, singing, writing songs, all spiritual practices, cooking, creating. Yes, knitting for all you knitters, creative spiritual practice to move from that old conditioned brain into the front neocortex, that third eye for the possibilities, where you're emptying out the old and inviting in something glorious. So this is how we prepare our mind to receive the best life has to offer. You know, the interesting thing is, and we were talking about this in the Wednesday night class about what is our normal, because Troward says, when we recognize a state of expecting our good versus living in uncertainty based on our view of anything of any past experience, we are tuning into a vibrational output, into more love and more of what we desire. And we shall bring into manifestation the condition corresponding to our personality of what we have accepted as a normal standard. So think about it. For some people, lack and limitation is a normal standard, which is why they keep living in it. Not having an intimate relationship is a normal standard if you didn't learn attachment and how to have courageous conversations and give and take and a whole lot of stuff that goes with relationship. Then it is not a normal standard for you. Living in fear is a normal standard for most of the world. That really ticks me off. I got to tell you. Living in fear is a normal standard for most of the world. That is truly pathetic. That is so sad because the self-contemplation of love, light, beauty, wholeness, kindness, goodness, joy, harmony, and abundance invites the reflection of a limitless quality of possibilities for creation. And that is normal. That's normal. What's your new normal going to be? One of abundance, one of expansion, one of love, one of beauty, one of grace, one of service, whatever it is. That'll be your new normal. Not fear, not lack, not limitation. We need to change this. We need to change this. I'm now telling you what to do. You need to change this. But it's like, I don't mean to tell you what to do, but I want to illuminate you to the possibility that what you think is normal is something learned that has been passed on from generation to generation to generation. And maybe you, being the creative director of your life, want to start changing that into something more, into something more than you ever imagined from your intergenerational history. Because you can, and you're worth it. And the world needs you to. There is a calling. And it reminds me of that Jamie Lula song, something calling me a little bit deeper, a little bit greater than ever before. And you're glad I'm not singing it because it would be off tune. But oh, those words, something calling me. Yes, what is calling you into a new normal? Open your mind and turn on the light so that it might be possible for you to see what you can create. And have faith as you embody your oneness with life itself. Live from this firm place in your mind. Make it. Yes, no, this is my normal. I'm not accepting those circumstances. I'm not accepting that collective consciousness of fear. Forget it. No, my new normal is, and you can fill in the blanks there. And then affirm it, affirm it, affirm it. This is my new normal. This is what I am living in. Embody it. Yes, see it in your mind, feel it in your bones, embody it, and say no to anything that is not a vibrational match to your new normal. And then say, you know what? I have the will and I have the understanding. Twin powers, will and understanding that the divine light, that infinite creative power that is within me, which must be, will be focused on this new normal. And I get to choose it because I am the creative director of my life. And then Yes, use your spiritual discernment, that inner voice, to say, use it to say, I am greater than I've ever been before. I understand. I am part of something truly magnificent, a creative power that I can use to enhance my life any way that I choose. And always, always in service to the highest and best good of everyone, right? In service, just as Lena is so beautifully in service. And I know that that's not always easy for her because I hear about some of the things people say to her, but still maintaining that wisdom, the love, and keeping the flame alive and glowing. And then, you know what? At some point, once we have made this choice, we have created what's called a new mental equivalency for normal. Think about that. If we all created this new mental equivalency of a new normal that was infinite wisdom, infinite abundance, infinite prosperity, health, joy, purpose, creativity, beauty, love, justice, all of our minds came together to do this. Whew, what an impact it would be on the world. This is how powerful you are as the creative director of your life. And then let it go and go out and have a really good time. Well, soon we can go out and have a really good time. I think stores are open tomorrow. If you want to go shopping, if that's a good time for you, something that is joyful and just nourishing for you, so that you recognize what you have planted in the creative field. It is done. You bless it, you thank it, and you give thanks and enjoy your life. And so, put your hands over your heart. Breathe into your heart space. Breathe in. And just say to yourself, yes, yes, I am creating a whole new normal based on the truth of who I am. Breathe that into your heart space. Breathe it in. Yes, you are greater than you know. Much greater. Let go of any limiting beliefs. Let them go. Let them go. Let go of all that collective fear out there and come back into that absolute truth of who you are. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for being online on YouTube or on Zoom with me today. I so appreciate it. I am going to briefly share my screen with you all. And just recognizing that our mission statement is supporting people in exploring their spiritual intelligence, which is always there, just waiting to be unleashed, using new thought principles and philosophy to transform their lives. And we do this through classes, meditation, prayer, music, community events, and our Sunday celebration of love. Our vision statement is love only, forgive everything, and remember who you are. And our recipient for the month of March is Seeds of Hope. This is a Toronto not-for-profit. It's a practical and creative approach to engaging people, citizens, people in compassionate responses to the challenges of livelihood and homelessness and making sure people are fed, I do invite you to go onto their website, Seeds of Hope Toronto, and to see the abundance of great work that they do. And so with that, let us affirm our divine giving affirmation. Divine love flows through me. It blesses and multiplies all I have, all I give, and all I receive. I am richly blessed, creating a greater and greater flow of abundance. And so it is. And you can donate at welcomeometoronto.com. You can also send an e-transfer to info@welcomeometoronto.com for your financial gift to the center. And yes, even though we are online, we have a lot of work to do to be able to, in probably 6 months, move into another center. So everything that you can donate helps. We are certainly working on a lean and mean budget right now, but we need to really build up our financial abundance so that we can be together again in a physical space. So please do send in your donation, knowing that as you give abundantly, you receive abundantly, and that the law of circulation is always, always in action. We do have new 30-day challenge that starts April 1st, creating resilience from the heart. It's on our website. You can go and check it out. I am using all of the heart math techniques to really build up resiliency and shift our minds into that spacious place where possibilities happen. So that starts April 1st. Spirit Breath is Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. and noon. And I want to say thank you, Nathan. Thank you, beautiful Lena. And thank you, Welcome Home community. So thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. And Nathan, what are you going to take us out with?
I'm going to take us out with an old song by Daniel Namod called Up, Up, Up.
I love it.
Are you ready?
Up, up.
It's a reggae song, another mover and shaker.
Up, up, up to a higher place. Up, 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 far beyond this time and space. Up, up, up to a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. A higher place, a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. No more forward, no more backward, no more spinning around and around. My life is moving ever upward. My feet are leaving the ground. Up, up, up to a higher place. Up, 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 far beyond this time and space. Up, up, up to a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. No more downward, no more darkness, no more wondering the point of it all. My life is destined on for greatness. My soul has answered the call. Up, up, up to a higher place. Up, 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 far beyond this time and space. Up, up, up to a higher place. I feel my soul rising
Thank you. What a beautiful way to end our Sunday celebration of love. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, everyone. Namaste.
Thank you, Helen.